On this episode of Buff's Garage, I'm leaving No Name Nationals in Sykeston, Missouri and headed to Tucson, Arizona for Duct Tape Drags. Driving Brian VANtana. Welcome back to Buff's Garage. I just got the whole train back from No Name Nationals. Got the RV, Brian VANtana, and the free GTP all in line here. But I've got to get ready to go to Duct Tape Drags in Tucson, Arizona. I'm currently in northeast Oklahoma along Route 66. So I've got to get this van off of here. But what you may not know is that I actually split a radiator hose while at No Name Nationals in the Brian VANtana van. And so I've actually got a part waiting for me. I'm gonna jump in the free GTP, head over there, grab the new part, get it swapped out on the van, unload everything, and then it's on to Tucson. You know, both vehicles made me pretty proud at No Name Nationals with the free GTP here, doing a 10-1 in the 8th. I thought that was pretty good. Fires right up. And VANtana entered the bracket race hoping to make a showing because Brian VANtana is really pretty consistent on every run. You can rely on him to do what he needs to do every race. However, he'd been running 11.8 in the 8th mile, and so we set his dial in at 11.79. He had consistently ran that 11.8. And wouldn't you know it, during the bracket race, they prepped the track and he broke out at 11.74. So I can't blame him for doing better, for going faster, but yeah, he went faster. So 11.74 was our fastest time in Brian VANtana. I later raced him against the free GTP and he lost. But not only did he lose, he split a radiator hose. It wasn't due to heat. I'm pretty sure that hose was probably damaged from when I hit the deer, and I just didn't do a good enough job checking that hose prior to putting it back on. Kind of in a hurry. So long story short, Brian VANtana split a hose. So we're gonna go pick up the hose right now at local O'Reilly's, get it on the van, move everything out of the motorhome and into the van and get it packed and ready. And then I've got to hightail it to Tucson. I was supposed to have hit the road 2 days ago, but due to some setbacks, I'm definitely a little late. But I'm gonna play catch up and hopefully still get there before the event and hang out with Pole Barn Garage and hopefully Irish Outlaw Garage and whoever else can meet up with us. Well, I started to unload Brian VANtana from the trailer, but it's doing the same thing it did to me at No Name. After sitting for so long, I ran the battery dead at No Name, trying to get him to start. He wouldn't start. So we just swapped batteries, gave it a little and he fired right up. Fired up the entire weekend with no problem. Now he's been riding all the way home from Sikeston, Missouri back to Oklahoma, and he didn't want to start again. I know the battery's good. Well, it's gonna be for a minute until I run it dead, but not getting the fire. So I don't know what exactly is the issue, but I'm going to have to pull the doghouse off, kind of do a little investigating, figure out what's going on so I can get him off the trailer, get him fixed, and get on the road. Well, folks, I definitely think I'm not getting spark. I pulled the cap off. It looked rough. I tried to clean it up a little bit. I've got a whole new cap, but it's for the non-TBI setup, and I just don't think it'll work in this situation. So, do I really want to spend money on another cap when I am swapping all this out anyway? I just don't have time to do the whole swap before I'm supposed to leave, which was yesterday, or actually the day before yesterday. So now I have the dilemma of, do I fix the van or do I skip the event? I mean, if I fix the van, I'm wasting money because I'm going to pull all this out and redo it anyway. If I get it running the way it is, it's not going to be reliable, obviously. And then what? Then I'm stuck somewhere thousands of miles from home. I don't know. I guess I'll kind of ponder this and figure it out. Well, I cleaned the cap as best as I could, and as you can hear, so now I'll get this thing off the trailer, change the hose, get it filled up with water, and get the heck on the road. Well, okay, so I had to fix the headlights because, so we kind of rigged them up to work for the burnout contest, but in reality, I kind of need the high beams and low beams to work. And they're kind of aimed, but we'll figure that out on the road as we go. I replaced the radiator hose that split. It sure enough had a bolt size indention in it. I assume from where the radiator pushed backwards and pushed that radiator hose into one of the frame bolts. Not thinking about it, I just kind of hooked it back up without inspecting it. And you see what happened. It went ahead and split right in that perfect size hole. And then I had to replace it. So that slowed me down. I went ahead and got the headlights hooked up. I've got some tools, spare tire, jack, that kind of stuff in the van because I don't want to completely wing it, but I have just enough that I could fix something small on the roadside. Otherwise, I have roadside assist. So I packed my clothes, packed my camera gear. I think it's time to head to Tucson. Wish me luck. Well, before I get going too far, I stopped at the local Ace to get some hardware. We're going to remount the spare tire on the back of Brian VANtana. And I don't have the official whatever hardware that was supposed to be on there, but I got some stuff that I think is going to work. And that means I have to remount the license plate down below, so I got some screws for that. I get that going, I get everything on the outside of the vehicle, kind of keep the inside a little cleaner, and yeah, just make living a little better in Brian VANtana. So I'm going to knock this out and then get back on the road. And yes, before you say it, I should have got shorter ones. But I wasn't sure, and I know I can always trim these guys down once I figure out what the configuration needs to be. But that's not going anywhere. Got the license plate remounted. Now it's time to head to Tucson. So I just reached Stroud, Oklahoma. I've only used about half a tank of fuel, somewhere in that vicinity. So I'm not doing too bad on the fuel mileage. Everything's going well. Water temp's around 160 degrees, which is good. Oil pressure's right around 30 psi. So far everything's doing good. Got a little bit of a shake at around 70. I don't know if it's wheel and tire, rear end after the burnout. I don't know. But as long as I stay under 70, it seems to be fine. I want to see what kind of fuel mileage it's getting with the TBI. So when we swap it over to carb and turbo, we'll compare it. So it's getting dark out, it's beautiful, cooler weather's nice, but my headlight is tilted down. So the other one looks okay, but this one needs some adjustment. So I'm gonna see if I can't point them against the wall, get them kind of even and straightened out, and see if that helps my drive a little bit. So once I get that going, we'll be back on the road. Well, I gave them a little tappy tap. Let's see how they look. And they're closer. They're not shooting off into traffic on the left. One's still a little higher than the other. Let's see if I can adjust it real quick. Nope, that's just where it's at. So we'll give that a shot, see how it looks, and if it's still a problem, then I can always pull off and adjust them again. Back on the road. Made it. Into Texas anyway. Waking up in Amarillo this morning, I decided to take a little detour just a hair south of Amarillo to experience buffs. I'm full. Breakfast at Buff's was just what I needed to be ready to get on the road, headed to Tucson today. It says I have about 10 hours left to go, but it is only Wednesday, so I have a couple days to get there. I kind of want to do a little servicing on the van. You may not know this, but at No Name Nationals, I noticed the exhaust was falling off. It was full of holes and basically just rusting away. So I just lopped it off with the old saw there, but now it's loud and kind of obnoxious, and of course pumping a little bit of exhaust fumes back into the van. It makes for a nice quiet sleepy ride, but probably not the healthiest. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that today. Also notice the back end is sagging just a little bit, and I did purchase some air shocks, so I might take some time today to go ahead and swap those in and air them up and see if that helps our stance a little bit. I do love those wider wheels, the tires sticking out. It's exactly what VANtana needed. Maybe we can get him setting a little better in the back end, riding a little better down the highway, and of course maybe a little bit quieter while we're driving down the road. So I guess I will start driving toward Tucson and see what kind of parts stores or junkyards I can find along the way. Well, not the flashiest of signs, but there's New Mexico. Currently in Texas, about to cross this border. There's a little town here where half of the town is in Texas and half the town is in New Mexico. So here I am in Texaco, right on the border of Texas and New Mexico. I stopped just briefly to capture this moment. Then I'm headed through New Mexico onto Arizona to Duct Tape Drags. Fun fact, we gained an hour, so I have now went back in time an hour on my journey to Tucson, Arizona. This place is pretty cool. Oh good, there's a bathroom. No. There's a lift and everything in there. You know, this place was busy back in the day. We'll just peek that. Oh, frame filter. Nice compressor. Oh, those would look cool on VANtana. Either fill her up. So VANtana's been doing great throughout the whole drive. I stopped and did some fixes so that the parking lights would work, turn signals, all that now work like they're supposed to. Crazy, I know. Went ahead and fixed the dash lights, the tack, and a few other little odds and ends. And I still got to install the air shocks in the back and the new aux beam 52-inch light bar, I think right down here. I may do that tonight for some UFO spotting because I'm headed to Roswell, New Mexico for the evening, and then it's on to Tucson, Arizona tomorrow. But I thought I'd stop at this gas station because back in the day this was the place to stop. Get your fuel, get your food, snacks, drinks, And there's even a service station over back there that you could actually have your vehicle worked on. That's pretty cool. Very Route 66 like, even though we're not on Route 66 anymore. So I guess I'll pile back in old Brian VANtana and head to Roswell, New Mexico, and hope I don't get abducted by some aliens. Apparently, alien zone is closed. Sorry, Brian VANtana. Oh no! Maybe he's chasing another alien. Oh! It's at least nice and cool here in the shade. Got the big building blocking the sun. The weather's been beautiful, but just a little on the warm side. But it's a dry heat, as they always say. Ooh, let's check these guys out. Got a Challenger, and behind him is a Mustang looking for a crowd. So I have to say, Roswell isn't exactly what I thought. I was kind of expecting a lot more ridiculous stuff like this, but really it's kind of concentrated in little areas, gift shops, museums, that kind of stuff. Every once in a while you'll see one of the local businesses has a little alien at the end of their driveway, but for the most part there's not really as much UFO stuff as you would think. I guess they've kind of ran their course on that one. Do have UFO Park behind me. So it seems I'm not going to find a whole lot of alien artifacts or UFOs or even a way for them to beam me up at this point. So I guess I'll get back in VANtana, hit the road, and keep trekking towards Tucson. Somebody wanted in the video. Well, good morning. Had a beautiful drive through the mountains last night. The temperatures dropped quite a bit while I was in and out of the canyons. VANtana loved it, and of course I did because it was nice and cool on the inside. but it got dark enough that I wasn't quite sure what I was missing. I mean, part of this drive is the scenery, and I don't want to miss it all. I decided to stop for the night, headed over to Alamogordo, right next to White Sands. And Brian VANtana earned his camper badge last night by staying at this KOA campground. And that was good for a night, great hot shower, and hopefully white sandy beaches this morning. So I'm going to get into my road traveling clothes and head out to the beaches of White Sands, New Mexico. So as much fun as breathing in all the exhaust of VANtana is, I decided to stop off at the local parts store here just outside White Sands and grab a few pieces of tailpipe and see if I can't scab together something, at least get the exhaust away from me, and I don't know, maybe even muffle it a little bit. I know that's crazy. We don't want to do too much. So I got a few parts together. I got the cheapest stuff I could get because that's what I do, and we'll see if we can't scab something together. Literally went to the scrap pile. We're gonna put some exhaust on the van and hopefully get the noise down and the fumes down a little bit. With my scrap pile piece of exhaust I got from the scrap yard, I got a cherry bomb glass pack and a few odds and end pieces that if I don't need, I can always take back in. But some clamps, some hangers, you know, normal stuff you would need to throw together your exhaust in the parking lot. Alright, we got our scavenged piece of exhaust here with this awesome baling wire hanger that I did not do. Although, looks like something I would do on the fly. I've never used one of these split V-band things, so we're gonna try it out and see what happens. Might just be enough bend in this to make it work. We shall see. To do this right, we should do it before and after. Kind of what I got mocked up here. Scrap piece of pipe, muffler, have a turn down in the bag for here, muffler hanger, a few clamps. Obviously when I get home I can weld all this stuff together, but we're in the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful, but let's put this in. Well, let's look at what we did. We got a cobbled together front there that's probably going to leak. It needs welded, but I don't have a welder, so that's where we're at for now. And that's bolted into a piece of scrap. It's got an exhaust hanger there that's very sturdy into a glass pack that's tipped down into a little turnout. So hopefully this will at least quiet it a little bit and get the exhaust away from me. Let's see how it works. Definitely still has an exhaust leak, but a lot of it's now running out there. So let's see how that does going down the road, and maybe I can improve it along the way. There's some white sands out there. Check this out. Well, I decided to stop off at White Sands National Monument. I'm going to go inside and check out the visitor center, and then I'm going to go hit the dunes. Well, inside they have a small little tourist area, talk about the local climate, what makes up the dunes, and you know, wildlife, flora, fauna, all that kind of stuff. Wow, just look at that. Look at the view. Nothing wrong with the gift shop, but I'm not gonna pay $39 for a t-shirt that I probably won't even wear. You know what? I think it's time to see if VANtana can be a dune buggy. Yep. Apparently they close this when they decide to fire missiles at it. No collecting of sand. No driving off-road. Uh-oh. Running out of road and we are on dune now. Oh wow, that is a lot upper. Look at that, Brian VANtana driving on sand in White Sands, New Mexico. They won't let you actually drive out on the dunes. I did ask. And I'm sure Brian VANtana could go into dune buggy mode. But for now, we're gonna just check out the sand and maybe get our feet in the sand a little bit. You know when you go to the beach and the sand is really hot and you can't really stand to have it on your feet? That's not the case. This is not hot at all. I mean, the sun's hot, but the sand isn't. I hear the sound of fighter jets, but I don't see them. Well, there were people hiking, running their dogs, even sledding down the hills. I enjoyed my time out here at White Sands, and I realized it is getting late in the day and I need to be in Tucson. So I got about a 5-hour drive to get there, and it's already after lunchtime. So I'm gonna bid farewell to White Sands and hit the road. day of driving. Played in the sands a little bit at White Sands, but I finally broke into Arizona. So now I got about an hour and a half left, I believe, somewhere in that time frame, to get to Tucson, Arizona for Duct Tape Drags. Yeah, it looks the same. Well, we all made it to Tucson. Say hi, JD. Just had breakfast with these guys. And now we're going to head out to see some kind of missile something or other. I don't know.
Missile silo.
Missile silo.
Yeah.
Just don't shoot at the goat. It's had enough. All right, so we're going to hit the road. I think JD's going to join along with me.
Yeah.
We're going to go check out more of Arizona. Was the van luxurious?
It's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, don't tell anybody that. We want them to think it's a piece of garbage.
About 50 feet tall. Double it, that's the height of the player 2. Triple it, that's the depth of the silo. 9 megaton bomb sitting in that lobby. If that thing was live and detonated 14,000 feet above this valley, it would destroy everything in this valley. From that mountain 10 miles away to the mountains on the other side of Tucson 30 miles away. Everything in between is gone. It's wiped completely clean. Only thing left standing intact above ground for as far as you can see is going to be that door. We're going to head down now. Please watch your step. Black story inside, protect us from our own missile. Either go on to the missile or mishap with the missile.
There are plenty of doors.
So technically, this place wasn't necessarily wasting money, but it was never used.
Correct.
Want to help me? All right, folks, we're in the next 3-story building. This building is round on the top, flat on the bottom. No secret messages. Wanted to maintain the missile in the complex, troubleshoot any problems that arise, keep this place in a state of readiness. That missile has to be ready to fire every second of every day. We don't need to worry if it's AM, PM, or daylight. Down here for 24 hours just staring at each other, sitting here, waiting for an order to come through that speaker to tell us to end the world, and hoping that it never does. But the boredom is punctuated by moments of sheer terror every time this thing goes on. That's the preamble to an emergency action message. All your radios are going off. Captain has a top secret emergency action message book, so does our deputy. Crack it open, there's a couple forms in here. They each have a grease pencil. They're going to read off a 41-character message. You both copy it down in your book. Then you exchange your books. They repeat the message, you copy it down again. Then you put the two books together and you make sure you copy down the same exact thing. Going to take out 24 of these authenticator cards kept in there. Choose the one that corresponds to the first two characters of that message. This is what's in that briefcase. These are the launch codes. America with big red buttons. Hollywood, television. Every movie you ever see, somebody's hitting a big red button. No idea how they came up with that. Big red button, just tell us the doors are open. The real world, we use keys. There's a set of keys in that safe. Captain, your key goes right here. Deputy, your key goes over there. The keys are angled. They're 7.5 feet apart, so one person can't reach both. They're spring-loaded to the opposition, just like the ignition in your car. You can't go turn one and then go turn the other. They have to go exactly at the same time. You ready now? Put your left hand on the keys. Don't turn them yet. Captain, you're the boss down there. You're going to give your deputy a countdown. 3, 2, 1, launch. On launch, you're going to turn them clockwise. You're going to hold them until I tell you to let them go. Go ahead. 3, 2. Turn them. Hold them. Take 5 seconds. Right, you can let go. Next stage is the Titan 2. Up above the black line.
Oh boy.
Boy, that's the only part of this rocket that's going to be just target. The rest of it, just to get it going. It's 103 feet tall, 10 feet in diameter. Weighs all those great panels on the interior walls are in it.
So we're like 30-some feet underground right now, checking out the Titan Missile Complex, just south of Tucson, Arizona. Pretty cool. I've got Jay from Irish Outlaw Garage, Dalton from Pole Barn Garage, Cody from JCS Customs. We're all here just playing tourist and checking out all the cool underground stuff, including a really big door. Instead of an LS swap, I think we're gonna go with that. So before you haters get in the comments, wouldn't you like to see that in the van? That'd be pretty cool. Let's see how big this thing actually is. Change it from Pole Barn Garage to Pole Barn Missile Silo. Are you really breathing out of that?
This is really only one.
Hell of a coincidence.
Yeah. Right on. You drive anything cool? Or you drive?
Hey, there's the cactus and the Holy Goat's big brother. Got your merch trailer going?
Yep, yep.
Here at the Titan Missile Museum, and then this guy shows up and brings beer, so.
And your new friend from Minnesota.
You know, right on. We just wandered around and he's like, oh, I know you.
Well, everybody had a great time at the Titan missile site. We all kind of left out of there and went our separate ways to go find hotel rooms and, you know, water and all the things that we need for this event. And now I am loaded up with a cooler full of ice and water and getting ready to go to Tucson Dragway, where I'm going to meet up with Dalton and Cody and Jay and everybody, and hopefully motor in as a group and get situated and parked and start meeting people. Funny thing is, we had somebody find us while we were at the Titan missile site. And then again, I just had somebody spot me in Walmart. Me, of all people, in Tucson, Arizona, getting spotted at Walmart. Crazy. This is gonna be a fun weekend. Somebody recognizes me. That guy just said it's Brian VANtana as he drove by. Uh-oh, here comes the goat. I think he could outrun my van.
Gotta go.
I'm part of the jump squad. Well, I know you're all shocked, but Brian VANtana just passed the test. It's official. He's got a sticker. He's got a number. He's legit. The goat, on the other hand, it's still up in the air whether or not he's going to pass. Well, it's Metro, so that should be. Well, besides all the Mustangs, there's actually some legit race cars here. Many of them going for the $5,000 beater competition. And I'm telling you, there's cars that have more than that in their wheels and tires. And we know what's in VANtana, and I know that doesn't count. It has to be what they vote. Freiberger and Dulcich and of course the crowd get to decide if the car is worth more than $5,000 or less. But I can tell you that this van is not going to get voted to be more than $5,000. But it's also not fast, so it kind of works out. So now we're just trying to find a spot. Dalton has a specific spot worked out that he wants to be in. But I think we are on the opposite side of where he wants to be, so we will meander through the parking lot until we find it. I'm not a Mustang fan, but this is my favorite Mustang of all time.
This one specifically?
This one specifically.
Oh, perfect.
It hurt. I got gas on my legs after that one.
That's just cologne. It's all the ladies.
Pull out the fake Tommy.
It's already video.
Everybody get out your lights.
Okay.
Do I need a third picture?
This is crazy.
I
so
want
I gotta
one of those.
pressure. There's a lot of pressure here.
Don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up.
How'd you do this, Cody?
It's just a pen.
It isn't though. It's permanent.
Don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. I love that sound.
That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah?
All right, I'm good.
It's neat.
Thank you, brother.
It's
I
neat.
appreciate you. Let's check this critter out.
Let me get the 2 tubes too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
JD's just turning around looking at me.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool.
I think we got the battery thing fixed, but as long as we can slide past the window thing, because he's got
My
windows.
side windows are an issue. See, they kind of got shot out for some reason.
Yeah.
Weird.
Imagine that.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
But,
Who has
Yeah,
a better
see?
flip-flop jam?
Got it.
Oh,
Hold
Dan?
on.
Can you beat them?
Flip thing.
Yeah. I think it's the light. You can't see.
So you go past France, past Germany, Poland, and you
Away
go
from
further
UK.
across that way, and it's kind of in.
What can I tell you other than met David Freiberger, met Lucky Costa. If I had the ability, I could sit and talk to Lucky all night long. This dude makes himself available to everyone. Great guy, loves cars, loves what we do. Awesome. I've got people that are showing up, and I got people that are showing up who know me. I'm in Tucson, Arizona, and people know me. They've asked me to sign stuff. They've asked me, one guy, you're gonna see it in the video, he asked me to sign his ratchet. He has a gold icon ratchet from Harbor Freight. I took the engraver and signed my name on this ratchet. Pretty amazing. Just, the fans here are awesome. The racing is obviously happening, you can hear it. But what a cool night. What a great event. I'm glad I came. It was a long drive, but it was worth it. And I think it's going to be an awesome day tomorrow too. So let's wrap up this evening, jump in tomorrow, and let's see what kind of trouble we can get into tomorrow. Lucky driving around missing a taillight. There's a cop right there. Come on. Well, I got in line to get into the Battle of the Beaters. Brian VANtana apparently just did not make the cut on the line. The line was so long, they were actually cutting people out based upon the time frame it was going to take to judge all the vehicles. However, Bonnie, Irish Outlaw Garage, did get in. He did race. And you can head on over to Irish Outlaw Garage on YouTube and check out his race. Dalton tried really hard to get the Holy Goat Tech and to pass. He tried several times. He had fans jump in with parts and things to try to get him into the race, and it just didn't happen. But he did go do some burnouts and hung out with all of his fans and friends and all that. So we're gonna go watch the last little bit of the Battle of the Beaters, and then just kind of wrap the rest of this day up. It's real life. It's all good. Nice to meet you, Lucky.
You too, man. Thanks a lot.
Drive safe. Hanging out at the Vice Grip Garage tent. I've got the guys from Poppy's Patina, and you guys know that they gave me some product to put on my 63 Pontiac and a 98 GTP, so those videos are coming up. But these guys are right out of Oklahoma, right there with me. Super awesome team that they've got going on. And this little burnout car might be going for a ride here in a minute. Just hanging with Poppy Patina and Derek here at the Vice Grip Garage. So let's see if we can get into some trouble. Would you say hi? I'm on YouTube.
Oh, hey.
Third Head Dave.
What's up?
You brought your, yeah, it's right behind you.
Yeah, my
Cool.
car.
No problems?
Not, I mean, there's always problems,
Yeah.
but it got here.
Yeah, perfect.
Totally got here.
Glad you made it.
Thank you. Pretty fun.
Yeah. Helping with the situation a little bit. I guess sometimes being a paramedic in a strange place is useful, I guess. I don't know. But both the folks that were injured look like they're doing okay. and we will pray that they get better soon.
She's out.
Where's the microphone, Derek?
Well, everybody is getting their stuff loaded up. Derek Bierry's stuff over here. Got Poppy's patina getting loaded up. So a lot of the drivers have already packed up and left. You know, the bigger setups, the RVs, all that kind of stuff, people are already gone. But there's still quite a crowd here hanging around the bonfire. You got, you know, your favorite guys off of YouTube, Motor Trend, all of that, hanging out by the bonfire, signing autographs and just chilling out. So I think I'm gonna go mingle with a few of those folks. It's crazy how many people actually recognize me, and so it's weird, but at the same time, I appreciate it. Appreciate all you guys watching. I'm gonna go hang out by the bonfire, and then we are headed out of here tomorrow, leaving Tucson, headed back to our homes, going eastbound and down. So welcome back from Tucson Dragway. Wait, that was supposed to end yesterday. Correct. But at the last minute, I got told that Dalton and Chris from No Nonsense Know How, they worked out some kind of exhibition race or something today because the Holy Goat wasn't able to run on the track during the event, but it sounds like he's going to get to run. So I'm sticking around to watch that. Ended up checking out the crop duster here. Talked to Freiberger. He came in this morning. Steve Dulcich was loading up his stuff. You can see some video of that. For the most part, just hanging out, waiting on the crew to get here, and hopefully see some ratty muscle cars go down the track this morning. I know that's what you guys like to see. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we can always ask him if Brian VANtana can go down the track. He's qualified, he's teched, he just didn't get to make the cut into the beaters thing. And it wasn't that Brian VANtana wasn't beater-y enough, but there was a very long line to get into the beaters. My vehicle was the cutoff apparently, because the guys behind me didn't get in and I didn't get in. But that's okay. It's not like I was going to actually be competitive in the van. It just would have been nice to roll it out in front of the audience and let everybody see it. So instead, you guys keep sharing, liking, commenting about Brian VANtana, about all the channels that you've seen here, and of course always support your favorite automotive content creators. So it's a much cooler day here in Tucson. It has been sweltering, just horribly hot. And last night the temps dropped, everything kind of leveled out. It's still sunny and beautiful, but not as hot as it was. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting around for everybody to show up. They're going to be here in just a bit. And then we're going to run some cars down the track. It should be fun. So driver's meeting is complete. We are a go. We can move all of our garbage over to the staging lane. And I don't know, have a go at this. See what happens. Track owner doing a last minute check on the vehicles just to make sure that they are perfectly teched for this run. Again, this is just a chance for these guys to run these two cars down the track since they weren't able to pass tech yesterday for the NHRA event. So big props to the track here at Tucson Dragway, safety crew taking care of us. We appreciate those guys hanging out today and letting us run down the track. Well, after all that, we got to see the Holy Goat putting on the license, know-how Mustang that they just picked up. And you know, I'm actually a little surprised with all the speed holes and weight reduction. The Mustang still got them. But we're gonna say that when he did the burnout yesterday, that it must have slowed the car down a little bit. I don't know. Still fun, great day. Get to hang out on the track when nobody else is here. Doing a little racing, having some fun. Another awesome day on this whole trip to Duct Tape Drags. Did you get your shoes stuck?
Kinda.
You love racetracks.
You ought to see when Mike really sprays it.
Okay, so the crew went ahead and let Chris and Dalton run. The rest of us didn't run. We were just film crew. We did a lot of different angles. We did drones. We did a little bit of everything just to get the shot, which you can see on their channel. So head over that way to do that. But that concludes this trip to Tucson, Arizona for the Duct Tape Drags. Now we're gonna just kind of go back, hang out by the pool, do some laundry, get back on the road, and drive, oh, I don't know, about 1,000 miles or so home. So thank you all for watching Buff's Garage. So be sure to like and subscribe, throw a comment below, tell me what you'd like to see next. And thanks for watching Buff's Garage. Woke up to some moisture on the window. Yeah, still not changing them.